طيب في الفيديو ده
شو بدي اطلع دي؟ بص يا ستيف يا الفيديو ده حنinterviewني أنا. We all know how much you love French girls, so don't even. I feel like with an Arab guy, I would assume that he has more of like a provider orientation than like an American man. حتى ورني حوارك. What does that come out? That was really mean.
What's the most Brazilian tradition that you think will be funny or interesting for Mustafa? And do you know any Egyptian tradition you think is funny? Like they live in the jungle. They keep dancing like weird shit.
Wow.
What do you do? Like you do shama?
We need to teach you how to samba. Samba dance.
Tell me what to do.
I actually don't know how. My mom still has to teach me. You gotta go like. Hey! Look at this. What's an Egyptian tradition? I don't know anything about Egyptian culture and traditions.
That's a thing that a lot of people think is weird. In weddings, we keep shooting the sky.
Are you serious? You shoot guns at weddings?
Yes.
That sounds really American, actually.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
You guys don't shoot sky, you shoot people. It's different. What's the most interesting stuff that grabbed your attention and sparked your curiosity about Egyptian culture from dealing with Mustafa? Do you think there is similarities between Brazilians and Egyptians? Because
yeah, I do.
where I'm from, actually Alexandria, but like there is this singer that one time said the lyrics which would say, I'm Alexandrian, this is the place that I'm from, Brazilian and tan, I dance samba. But with that said, Alexandrians are way more cool.
I do think there are similarities though between Brazilians and my mom had a thing with an Egyptian man. So
It's not me.
Me and my mom have like talked about this before.
Me.
So I feel qualified to speak on this. And I think you guys like Brazilians. I feel like they get along culturally. I don't know, I think they just fit in together culturally. Because Brazilians are passionate, pretty strong-willed, and like really hardworking. And I feel like that just aligns with what I know about Egyptian culture because it is kind of more traditional and I just feel like they just fit together well. And you guys, like you said, Egyptians are funny and like it also seems like you guys are like very proud of your culture.
Yes, but we have a reason to. We are the oldest culture in humanity.
Yeah, as you should. That's what I'm saying. Like there's like a sense of pride and like strength and like passion, and I feel like that meshes well with Brazilian culture.
That sounds good. Why did you choose Kentucky?
I applied to 8 different colleges, all out of state for me. So I'm not from Kentucky. I'm from Missouri. I'm on the border of Missouri and Illinois. I just applied to a bunch of schools that were like far away from me just because I wanted to sort of like get out and away from home. And Kentucky ended up giving me the most scholarship money. I almost went to the University of Iowa.
Kentucky is very interesting. Do you guys know, I'm gonna blow your mind right now. The University of Kentucky is like home for the best athletes in the world. You know, this year in the Olympics in Paris, the University of Kentucky got 9 gold medals alone. You know how many medals Egypt got since Egypt started participating in the Olympics? 920 million got schooled by a school, by like a couple of thousand students. We are home for the best athletes. That just makes me feel so much better competing in boxing.
A unanimous decision. Prince Mustafa! Allah!
بس قبل ما نكمل ممكن كملوا اشتراك ولايك وتعليق.
Okay, this is a really good question.
From Hamid Hawas.
How did you reach that level of greatness?
Okay.
To talk to Mustafa. We all want to know.
You know what? I was unfortunate enough to be placed in the same building as him. And so I had the burden of inevitably coming across him because he's so loud and he's so in your face and he just talks to everyone. Before we like knew that we had a mutual connection, you introduced yourself to me like so smooth, like you were like, Mustafa, what's your name?
معاك تاكسي ولا راح؟
I didn't
And I was
do
like,
that. I
who
definitely didn't
is
do-
this? Who does he think he is and why is he talking to me like that?
You know what they call me in the boxing law?
No, what do they call you?
The face that runs the place.
Nobody calls him that. He
Okay.
tells people to call him that.
Well, how did you choose your major, and what's your advice for people that want to choose a major? That's a really good question.
Yeah, that is a
because
good
she have like a
question.
grandma mentality, so she was about to spit the best tips ever.
I switched my major at least 3 times. I started out with speech language pathology as my major, which is like speech. Realized I didn't want to work in patient care. I switched to communication, which is a really notoriously lazy major. Like communication.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
notorious. And I was like, oh my god, I can't stay here. That was like, I didn't want to declare undecided, so I was like, I'm just gonna switch to communication. But I took an economics class for like a requirement and I really liked it. And maybe that's the advice then, is you don't have to know, like there's no pressure to know what you want to do. The point of going to college is to have the opportunity to take all these different classes and learn a wide range of things and just be open and just absorb all that and try to figure out where you fit in, you know, and what you like. You don't have to know. You're not supposed to know going into it. And yeah, that was what happened with me. I had no idea.
It's very good though. Fine, but the college back home is very different. You cannot be an undecided major. You don't
Oh, that's
Goes-
horrible advice. That's horrible advice then. I'm sorry.
So what do you think?
How do you choose a major? I mean, if you don't have the opportunity to like explore actually and like take a bunch of different classes, I think it would be really helpful to do some research on what kind of career you want, because at least in America it doesn't always matter what major you have. Like I'm an economics major, but I could do a million different things. So
Muhammad is asking. Say المشمش ده مش مشنا.
المشمش ده مش مشنا.
المشمش ده مش مشنا.
المشمش ده مش مشنا.
That's really good. Okay, that's from me. Okay, say أرنبنا في منور أنور.
Aranamnaf
منور
Manwar
أنور.
Anwar. Wait, say the first part.
أرنبنا في منور أنور.
No, say it slow.
أرنبنا
Aranamna
في منور أنور.
Fi Manwar Anwar
وأرنب
Arnav
منور
Manwar Anwar
في منورنا.
Manwarna. I can't say that.
Well, skill issue.
Aramanaf Anwar Manwar Anwar
أرنبنا في منور أنور.
Aranam
أرنبنا في منور أنور.
Aranamnaf Manwar Anwar
وأرنب منور في منورنا.
Aranam Manwar.
Okay, that's enough. enough bullshit.
I have one for you though.
Okay.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells shells.
No. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Now say it fast.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore. I got it.
Okay, good job.
Do you know how to play soccer?
I'm not good at soccer. I know how to play. I'm not good compared, like if you see some of these kids on the streets in Brazil, like the poorest kids, like in the favelas, they are so good. They are so skilled with soccer.
Dude, I used to play soccer on the street. In your favorite sport, whatever it is, if Brazil is playing America, who are you gonna vote for?
That's really hard. I feel like I lean toward Brazil.
Why? You lived here your whole life.
Yeah, but I don't know. If everyone around me is cheering for America, I feel like I would want to cheer for Brazil.
خلف تعرف. Be different so you get more focused. If you can get any other nationality, what would it be?
I don't know, like Italian I think would be cool.
Yeah, you have the nose.
You're so mean.
Okay.
You could be Italian too.
Do that.
Or Greek.
It's Mediterraneans because Alexandrians have this like big noses.
Yeah.
If there is advice you wish somebody told you before you take any big step in your life, what would it be?
I feel like I can relate to this because I'm about to graduate college and I feel like that's a very big step. The thing that is most useful for me to hear is trust yourself. When you're about to take a big step in your life, there can be a lot of like voices talking at you. Like my family is always telling me like, oh, come back home. Like, oh, you should do this. My friends like have another opinion. They want me to stay in Lexington. I feel like when it comes to a major change in your life, the only person that can make the right decision is yourself. And I think it's really important to trust yourself because you are the only one who knows how that decision is going to impact you and like what you want to get out of it.
That's awesome. Well spoken. What's the best 3 qualities of Mustafa?
I don't want to talk about you anymore. What are the best 3 qualities about me?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. Zero. Nada.
Then why did you ask me to be in this video? Because you hate me?
Because I think you'll be interesting for other people, not for me though.
I'm waiting.
Okay, the best 3 qualities about Elise. I believe wholeheartedly that Elise is a very genuine person, and I admire this a lot because it's so rare. It's unbelievably rare. It's just somebody that you can spend so much time with and never get bored. What did you think a typical Egyptian would be before you met Mustafa? From Andrew Saad.
From my mom's experience with her Egyptian man, I guess I thought an Egyptian would be like more traditional than your typical American. I don't know, I think it's funny that you're funny. And like you said, Egyptians are funny. I would have never guessed just because your culture is more conservative, but it's really like interesting to see how like, I don't know the word. This
Well,
is, I don't know what this means, but that's just like your vibe.
What do you think of Mustafa? We're skipping this because she said she already loves me, and we know that.
I didn't say that.
You definitely did. But the second part is saying, do you think that he talks to a lot of girls and walks with them?
He's not discreet though. Like you're not discreet about the fact that you're a Casanova.
Okay, does people say stuff on him behind his back, and is it good or bad?
Ooh, that's a
good question.
I feel like I'm being interrogated. To be honest, people do talk. Well, because you're famous, right? Like people who don't even know you probably heard of you, at least like in our vicinity, like in our circle area. I've had people say like negative things about you, but not like negative as in like they hate you. You're just like racist, homophobic, sexist, all the isms. I think it's because of the way you joke and they don't really like actually know you. Like I think your jokes are a reflection of your beliefs, but it's also not in a hateful way, if that makes sense.
Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing you ever lived?
Story time. Story time. There was this guy that I really had a crush on in middle school, like for a long time. And the kicker was he also had a crush on me. Like we really liked each other like from a distance. And we would always like flirt and joke and talk together, and like he was super silly and goofy and jokey, and so was I, and it was just like super like cute. But one day we were both in band and we were both in percussion, and we were standing in the back like where all the percussion instruments are. It's kind of like our own space, we can move around. I come up to him. I think I'm being so funny. I have this plan in my head. He has a pocket in his shirt and he has a pen in the pocket. And I thought it would be funny to like grab the pen out of his pocket and like run away from him. He chases me to get his pen back. Like I thought that would be so funny. And it would have been if I didn't get nervous, because I got nervous and my coordination was bad. Pinched his nipple. I just went to grab the pen, missed, pinched his peg, and then he got really uncomfortable and he was like, whoa, at least buy me dinner first.
For a middle schooler, that's a very smart one-liner.
He was really funny, yeah, and it diffused the awkwardness, and I was like, I have to go. And I never spoke to him again.
Oh.
That was the end of anything. I was so embarrassed that I literally never spoke to him again. I avoided him for the rest of the time we went to middle school and high school together. And to this day, when I see him at our high school for events, I ignore him.
Okay. شكرا على المشاهدة يا رجالة، وطلع برا.
Bye!